In this video, I'm going to cover the exact hybrid content strategy that allowed me to book 283 sales calls for my productized offer using AI and content creation. This is no outbound, no outreach. All of these people watched videos like the one you're watching right now and booked in a call with my company. I sold them on our 3 to 7K packages. And go into exactly how this works right now. First, everyone wants proof, so here you go. 283 sales calls on my Go High Level calendar since I started the strategy and since I started tracking all of these results. And you can see I get about 15 to 25 calls every single month, depending on the month and how much I post. And we're going to cover the exact content strategy. Guys, if you copy this, you will literally see results for your business, especially if you already have clients for your business. This will work. It'll just amplify whatever you're already doing. I'm going to show you how you could automate 80% of the process using AI and automation. And finally, don't forget the conversion funnel. We're going to get views, we're going to get engagement, we're going to get intention. How do we can convert that into leads, sales calls, clients, and people that are ready to pay for our service? We're going to cover all of that right now. And the first thing you have to understand is the demographics and psychographics of the people you are targeting. Now, demographics, it's stuff you know. It's who is this person? How old are they? What are their gender? Where are they located? What's their job title? How much are they making? The things that people don't understand, especially when it comes to content creation, it's all up here. It's all about persuasion. It's all about coming across like you already know the person better than they know themselves, specifically their problems. So how well do you know your ICP, your ideal client profile, the person you're targeting? How well do you know their pain points? How well do you know where they are in their business? How well can you speak about your experience in that similar stage? And what do you know about their budget? What do you know about the lack of budget? You really have to tie in emotion and know the psychographics of the people you are targeting. Because if you do not, you can't really resonate with them on a deep level. And thus, you cannot win them over through your screen, right? Content has to be persuasive, and it's very hard to persuade people when they're not in front of you, right? So I'm talking to you from behind a screen. You have to know who you're talking to so you could convince them, persuade them, and help them through your screen. In person is a different story. It's much easier. Through social media is hard, but that's what you have to know about your target audience. My early mistake was I always optimize for high views, which is a vanity metric. At the end of the day, yes, you do want to have high views. It's an indication that you're doing stuff right. But at the same time, you could have a lot of views and little success because you're getting the views from the wrong people. And when I was getting a lot of views, which I'll show you guys right here, I was generating no money. All of my videos that are quote unquote successful. So you would say a successful video has thousands of views. Well, here are all my old videos. They all have thousands of views. These were all a year ago. Because as soon as I realized like these videos weren't making me any money, I stopped making them because I'm on social media to fuel leads for my business. I'm not on social media to be a celebrity. Okay. If you are, it's a different story. All of my successful videos were old because this new strategy works so well and you don't need a crazy amount of views. You need the right amount of views and the right type of views, I should say. Generic content gets you 0 sales calls. So even if you have 100,000 followers, guys, I've worked with people that have hundreds of thousands of followers, 50,000 subscribers. And all of the time I see this, they have fluff. The views don't mean anything. The sales in the back end are horrible. 100K followers does not mean 0 sales calls. All right. Now, is 100K followers better than nothing? Absolutely. But you want the following to actually generate you leads. All right. And that's what we're going to fix. So your action right here, and please take out a pen and paper, write this stuff down. Define exactly who your buyer is by answering these 4 questions. Number 1, who is a person that would pay me 5K right now, or 3K, or 7K, or 10K, whatever your service is? Who is that exact person? Literally write them out, okay? Because it's super powerful what we're gonna do with AI, because when you have that written out statement of it's this person, this is what they look like, this is where they are, this is the amount that they're making, etc., we could plug that into AI and you get beautiful results. Next is their search intent. All right, so what are the specific things people are searching for? Weight loss is the easiest example. If you're a fitness coach teaching dads how to lose weight, what would a dad be searching? Probably, how can I work out when I have 2 kids at home? How can I find time to work out at home because I can't go to the gym? Work is killing me, it's stressing me out. How can I work out? Those are all questions you want to know if you're a fitness coach, because then you could create content to solve those questions and you could use AI to help you, which we're going to cover. Next is what specific problems keep them up at night. So emotionally, like what is actually hurting them? Usually, guys, what you're selling is an add-on. You're not getting to the root problem. You have to address the root problem. Going back to fitness coaches. Yes, people want to lose weight, but people want to feel better of themselves, about themselves. And that comes as a result of losing weight. So it's not so much, hey, we'll take you from 200 to 170 pounds. It's, hey, you will feel confident when you look at yourself in the mirror. That is a much greater outcome. That is a much more specific problem that they're having rather than the weight thing, because the weight thing is the weight thing. It really comes down to how do they feel, emotion, all right? And that's all stuff you have to tie into your content strategy. Finally, what current stage of business are they in? Or if you're not selling to B2B, if you're selling BDC, what stage of life are they in? These are all things you have to ask yourself because it's going to formulate your content strategy. Next, and I have dozens of videos, please go check out my channel and drop me a subscription if this has been helpful so far, because I talk about this all the time. You have to know the content funnel: awareness, top of funnel, middle of funnel, consideration or education, and then conversion right here. So awareness content is just bringing people in. Really top of funnel, bring as many people in as you can, with the assumption that we're bringing in the right type of people. If I'm talking about content creation, B2B marketing here, I'm not going to go make a video about sports. It just doesn't make sense. So keep it top of funnel, reach a lot of people, but within your niche. Next is education content. This is an educational piece. This is the how. This is how actually things work. This is me showing you my theory, my philosophy, my systems on how things work. This builds trust with the audience. This builds trust with who you're selling to. Finally, you have conversion content. Go in the description. I'll have a link with the playlist of all of our client case studies. You can see how we're changing people's businesses with AI content creation marketing. And this is where people are converted, right? So awareness, like, oh, this guy's stuff is really cool. Then they watch the education content, like, oh, he really knows what he's talking about. Oh, he's actually done this for other people. Let me book in a call. Let me work with him. That's the exact flow. That's what you're trying to recreate for other people. Next is 90% of the people make this mistake. They only create top of funnel content, guys. They only create top of funnel content. Now, you should, if you're a small channel, if you're just starting, you should try to get views on your channel, try to get engagement, warm your account up. I understand. But the trap here is that viral trends, generic tips, and broad awareness, guys, it's not as good as what this video is. This video, if you understand, this is rooted in my experience and my results. This is not a tips and tricks video, generic broad video. The stuff I'm talking about is common knowledge. I understand that, but it's applied to my situation. This makes it a bottom of the funnel, middle of the funnel video because I actually booked almost 300 sales calls using this stuff. All right. So understand that you rather speak from a point of your experience and your expertise rather than top of funnel, viral trends, things that anyone could really say. Because when you can blend into a crowd, no, you can't stand out, right? If you're talking about what everyone else is talking about, generic tips, you're not going to stand out. So don't over index on top of the funnel. Really think about creating the middle and bottom of funnel content. This case studies, mechanisms, breakdowns, offers. This is where actual money is. All right. If you do top of funnel too much, you literally become a free teacher. No one will ever pay you for your stuff. They'll be like, oh, this guy's good, but he's not good enough. Let me go watch another guy that actually is doing this, right? And actually using it to get results, right? So that's another thing. Next is buyer psychology on social media. You really have to understand that. Again, media all comes down to psychology. It all comes down to psychology and who you're speaking to, what they're going through, their emotions they're feeling, all of those things, and what they're thinking. All right. People aren't scrolling to buy, they're on a journey. So first is research. All right. This is when people are just passively consuming information. Next is comparison. So they're weighing you against your competitors. It's like, all right, I'm problem aware. I understand what I have. What's this person? What's this person? What can I get? What are the prices? What are the options? What social proof do they have? How can I compare them? Next is problem aware. So they're realizing there's a specific gap in their business and this is actually urgent. Like they need to solve this pain point immediately. Finally, they're ready to purchase, right? Credit card in hand, they're sort of ready to go. So they're researching, they're comparing their options. Now they're problem aware, like, okay, I really need to solve this. Let me go back to my options here and let's make this purchase. For people to choose your service, you have to have social proof. You have to have content, right? You have to build trust with the audience. And I haven't found a better way to do that than with content. All right. Your content must nurture them through every single step. This is top of funnel. These are like middle, bottom of the funnel, and this is when you make the sale. So please look at my channel, guys. I booked almost 300 sales calls from not viral videos. I haven't cracked 10K on a YouTube video, right? Would I like to? Absolutely. I'm not opposed to it, but I am getting sales calls. These sales calls are generating me 20, 30, up to $50,000 a month for my business. This strategy works. It's hyper targeted. It's strategy first. It's not views first or this first. It's sales calls and it's strategy first. And I'm going after my ideal persona, right? When you hyper target your specific ICP through content, all the things we just talked about, it works. It works. The only way you mess this up is if you don't post. I'm going to show you how you can use AI and automation to make posting easier for you. All right. So 3 principles just to sort of wrap everything up. Know your ICP, understand the funnel, and then leverage psychology. ICP is the who, understanding the funnel is the what. So what actual content to create. And then leveraging psychology is like what to actually talk about. All right. So it talks about your person, your emotional pain points, and you tie that into your content strategy. Guys, you're going to convince people on your mechanism and you're going to convince them you're the best option in the market, because if you create good content, you probably are the best option in your market. All right. Part 2 is the AI powered content strategy. All right. Now, this platform, if you've been here before, this is my favorite platform. This is my bread and butter. YouTube is the best platform for high ticket sales on the internet, and it's not even close because it builds trust. Just to go to something here, if you watch one YouTube video, or if someone watches one YouTube video from you, so one YouTube video, let's say it's 25 minutes long, for them to accomplish the same thing of 25 minutes of watch time, they would have to watch probably, just putting little dots here, these are all short form videos. they would probably have to watch 30 to 35 short form videos for them to get the same watch time as this. You see how inefficient that is? And the great thing about YouTube is we could repurpose into, we could repurpose into this. All right. So we always want to start with YouTube. All right. YouTube gives you long-term attention. It compounds every single day. I get views trickling in from videos I created in 2023 that are still getting me views, still building my business. They're high ticket leads. People that watch YouTube videos, they're more qualified because they're watching long form. They're not addicted to the short form scrolling. They're there to educate themselves. YouTube is an educational platform and it attracts the right buyers. The YouTube algorithm is amazing, guys. It will literally take your video and send it to the people that want to watch your video. And if you're doing it the right way, it's sending it to your potential leads. The algorithm will do the heavy lifting for you. You just have to play the game. Next is the actual strategy here. So one is you want to create buyer mode videos. So attract buyers, not learner. And this is bottom of the funnel, guys. So if I were to draw it out for you, this would be more of the bottom of the funnel. So we have top of funnel, top, middle, bottom. This is what we're indexing on, like middle, bottom of the funnel here. It's creating buyer mode videos. So instead of a super broad video, how to start an SMMA agency with $0 in 2024, how my 3K client got his first 10 clients, case study. All right, you can see, again, the views here, guys, are different. 100K views, 2.2, 2.4K views, whatever. But this is going to attract buyers. This is going to attract learners, right? Now, learners eventually turn into buyers if you're playing the long game. These people will slowly trickle in and they'll slowly actually become the buyers. But if you're already a business, you're already making money, post some bottom of the funnel, middle of the funnel content. It's one of the easiest things you could do to get more sales because not only can you use it on the YouTube platform, you can send it to other people. Now, the 4 types of buyer mode videos that I personally use are the client results breakdown. On screen right here, I'll put up all of the client results we have gotten. These are videos that you could watch. Basically, me and my client one-on-one going through how we help them grow their business. Some people are adding hundreds of thousands of dollars to their business every single year with the content strategies that we're using. And no one could BS that. No one could tell me I'm not good at what I do because my clients are literally vouching on my behalf in a 15-minute breakdown video. Such a powerful mode of video, such a powerful buyer mode video. It's one of the best ones. I think is the best one on the internet. If you have clients, ask them to get on a 10, 15-minute call with you. It's going to change everything. All right. Next is deep dive case study. So if a client can't get on a call, this we're actually going to do a case study for them. So they're not going to be present, but like, hey, this is how we got results for XYZ person. Next is pain point specific tutorials. So list out what your people are struggling with the most. So on sales calls, what objections are you getting? What are they struggling with? And then make videos around that. And finally, a strategy breakdown. So this would be a strategy breakdown. All right. You know you want to book more sales calls. You're a buyer, right? You're ready to buy. This is how you could do it. That's a buyer mode video. Now, if you're watching this video, I implore you to watch my client results down below. They're going to tell a much better story. Next is step 2, handles all of the work. So believe it or not, this presentation was completely made by AI. Matter of fact, the only work I am putting into this is me actually filming it. Everything else is automated, from the ideation to the actual presentation, to the editing, because I have a team and we have AI. So the leverage I get with this is insane, guys. I spend 20 minutes on a video and then boom, it generates me sales calls. I can repurpose in other platforms. It's an absolutely amazing way to use AI and social media. I have a bunch of videos out there on like the correct distribution you should be doing because AI should do 80% of the work, but make no mistake, you have to do work. This is all you, and you can't get around it. You can't get around it. You cannot be lazy when it comes to YouTube. You cannot post these faceless YouTube videos that you think they're not going to work, guys. They're not going to work. I can't tell you how many people come to us after posting faceless YouTube videos, after posting faceless shorts, and it's like, yeah, Shaz, it's not working. I'm like, yeah, I know it's not working. This is how you actually do it, and then we end up working together and correcting the strategy. All right. All of the boring stuff can be handled. You still have to record. Your face is your biggest asset. All right. This video was created by AI. If you want a free training on how exactly we did that using our dashboard system right here, we have about 20 active clients on this dashboard right now. They're all using it to get great results. Go ahead and check that out down below. Next is repurpose everything. The great thing I love about YouTube, and I talk about it all the time here, guys, is YouTube. So we have YouTube right here. You could go from YouTube to IG, Instagram, Twitter, go to LinkedIn, very, very cool. You could do all of that. What you can do is you cannot go from Instagram to YouTube. You cannot use AI to do that, right? I'm talking about quality videos. I'm not talking about some crazy, faceless, horrible looking thing, some AI avatar slop on YouTube. No, I'm talking about a really good video on YouTube. You could only repurpose down. So why wouldn't you start with YouTube? And that's what we preach. You start with YouTube, and once YouTube is there, you can repurpose and you could have infinite content almost. Facebook videos, school community videos, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, Reels. You could have everything that stems from a YouTube video. So this YouTube video, if you follow me on my other socials, you will see very similar concepts because it's all repurposed from this one video. So 20 minutes, again, because I didn't do any work really on YouTube, that then turns into multiplied work or multiplied output, I should say, because YouTube then gets repurposed to these other platforms. This is how you build a flywheel of content. that works in your favor. All right. And then you get the automated omnipresence. I get people all the time like, Shaz, how do you post so much? It's because of the system. You're everywhere at the same time with not a lot of work. You can pull this off with our AI system. You, maybe 2 VAs, 1 VA and an editor. Let's call it that. Next is capturing leads. So this is step number 3. So far, we have covered the content strategy, knowing your person, understanding their psychology, all those things. 2 is actual videos that you want to create in the AI and how it helps you out. 3 is capturing the leads. Okay. So the first way that we could do that is an opt-in. So if you go down below, I have an opt-in, right? I'm going to get your email and I'll probably send you emails to promote my service. Just a warning there. I'm going to do that because I know I can help you, or majority of you out there. The opt-in will get you to our free school. There's 1,000+ people in there. There's a whole course on how to use content and AI to market your business. That is an opt-in. Very, very typical. I'm sure you've seen it much time. Next is a community. So I actually do a hybrid of a community or an opt-in and a community because opt-in leads to the community. But regardless, that's another option for you. Next, we have the VSL, which you can also see down below. I have a lot of call to actions because I'm always testing stuff. And then finally, we have direct call booking, where this is like literally just a link like, hey, this is how we can work together. Book a call here to learn more, right? Those are the 4 ways you can turn leads, engagement, or viewers and engagement, into leads and sales calls. The lead magnet strategy is one of the best ones. You've seen it all over the internet. You give a free resource linked in the bio. They get immediate value and you capture the email. What you do with the email is get the email and you just drip out emails over time, right? Because people buy on a super long time frame. Say someone opted in, and this has happened to me. They opted in 2024. They could buy in 2026 here, right? So if you're just sending email here, email here, email here, email here, they're reading all of them. This is there, and they're reading like, oh, let me just go book in a call. Let me go work with this guy. Okay. So things happen over a long time. Again, the only way you mess this up is if you don't post for a long time. You have to post. The lead magnet strategy is amazing. Just make sure, and this is a huge thing I want to emphasize. Make sure the lead magnet is good. Make sure it is quality. It has to be. All right. Next is a community strategy. So we have a free community in the description if you want to go check it out. We also have a paid one, which all of our sauce is in there if you want to check that one out. Free community, essentially, there's exclusive trainings in there. There's a course in there. You also have peer-to-peer influence, basically meaning like people can talk to each other and interact with each other. I think the future of online marketing is community. People love community, love talking with each other and like pushing each other. So that is why community, I think, is one of the best ways right now to really nurture people. Next, you have social proof because it's like I grew a community of 1,000 people. It's social proof in itself. And then you have ongoing nurturing, sending emails, doing webinars, things of that nature. This won't apply to many of you, but it is a great strategy. Next is a VSL strategy. If you have an offer and it's doing 8 to 10K a month, I'd say you would ready to do a solid VSL. This is where you actually disqualify people. So in a 10 to 20 minute video, talking about the problem, methodology, so what you're solving the problem with, like how you're solving the problem, the transformation that you're offering clients, and then a call to action to book. Right? But in this, you're actually saying, hey, this is not for you if you're XYZ, but this is for you if you're XYZ, right? This is where you're basically qualifying the lead through a nicely structured video sales letter. You're selling them through a video, but you're also getting quality leads on your calendar. If you're getting a lot of leads that aren't buying right now, they're not a good fit, you need a VSL, one of the best strategies out there as well. Next is just direct call booking. So if you're not getting any booked calls, just put a straight link. So all your YouTube videos just point to your calendar. That's it. You're going to get a lot of calls. A lot of them might not be qualified, but you're going to get calls. So if you're at a lack of just opportunity right now, one of the best ways is just like remove all the junk from your bio and your YouTube or whatever. Just put like, hey, book a free strategy session with me here. Cal.com link, calendar link, go high level link, whatever it is. Have people booking a call. Okay. So to match the mechanism to sort of what we're doing here, top of funnel would be lead magnet or community. A lot of people go in there. Middle of the funnel would be VSL, newsletter, or community as well. Community is sort of applicable everywhere here. The VSL specifically. Bottom of the funnel would be VSL or direct booking. All right. VSL specifically, I think, is the best out there. If you have an offer, if you know who you're selling to, you have good results, sell a VSL. Next is step number 4, guys, where we're attracting pre-sold buyers. So the workflow looks like this. They watch 3 to 5 YouTube videos or pieces of content. They watch your VSL training. They see your client results in the VSL training. They understand what you're talking about, and they self-qualify themselves based on what you talk about in the VSL. And then you pre-frame them, right? So essentially what happens is they pre-frame themselves, I should say. They don't say, why should I hire you? They say, how does this work and what's the details? I can't tell you how powerful it is when someone comes to your call, already bought into what you're selling. They've already seen all your case studies. They know exactly what you do. And they just want to know, hey, Shaz, what is your guarantee? What is your offer? How long do we work together? What do I get? So it doesn't become like, are you the right person for this job? It becomes, I know you're the right person. Just how do we work together? What are the details? Guys, when you have that, not only your sales call is going to explode, like the close rate, but it's just a much easier call. You don't have to sell people. The videos sell for you, and you just talk about details on the call. Much more person-to-person human interaction than like selling people and trying to convince them. No, it's like, hey, this is how we can work together. Take it or leave it. You already know I'm the man for the job. Okay, or the woman for the job, right? Next is qualification questions. I just want to throw this in here. I get a lot of questions about this. If you're in a stage to talk about this, again, if you're doing 10K a month, you're good here. Put in the client what their monthly revenue is. You want to make sure that they're even qualified to talk to you. And if they're not making any money, you can't sell them on anything, most likely. You want to get their challenge as well, and then their budget. So the challenge specifically is like ammo for your sales call. So you could use this to say, hey, we will solve this challenge for you in our offer, right? These are just a quick few qualification questions. Another thing you want to keep in mind here, guys, is the more questions you ask, more questions, less booking. So try to keep it to around 5 to 6 questions, nothing too crazy. Because if you ask 20 questions, no one's going to book in a call with you. All right. Next is stage 5, the close. Pretty much the easiest part if you pull this all off right. All right. You confirm the problem, present the solution, handle objections, and then you close the deal. It's really that simple. All right. And you reference your content in the close. So you could say, and I've done this before, and even if you do it right, the people on the call will do it with you. They'll say, oh yeah, actually I remember in the case study you talked about that, right? Or I could say, it's like, yeah, that's a good question. Actually, Adam had that question, and Adam's a client we helped, right? Or Nico's a client that we helped book in 30 plus sales calls a month. You only had 400 subscribers. That's why you don't need a big audience. And that's actual truth. If you want to check out Nico's case study, it's down below. So that's ways you could tie in proof to get the sale. Okay. And the secret is, yeah, again, they just already decided. Sometimes I've seen close rates as low as 5 to 10% with cold traffic. You could bump up your sales rate to almost 40%, honestly, I would say, if you just have well-positioned content. All right. So the complete funnel, guys, here's how it looks. You post a really good content strategy that attracts your ICP, capture leads with a lead magnet or some type of community. You nurture them over time. You get qualified sales calls, and they're pre-sold, and then you close them. That's literally the funnel right there. It's 1,000 mini micro steps, I understand, but it's very simple at a glance. Just post good content, capture good leads, nurture those leads, and sell those leads. All right. And if you actually want to run the numbers on it, I encourage you to draw it out. So how many views are you getting? How many qualified leads are you getting? How many sales calls are you getting? How many new clients are you getting? Because once you have this dialed in, like you actually know the numbers here, you can work backwards. If you want to hit a $50,000 a month, work backwards on this, right? And that's the math that you should be able to do if you're tracking everything correctly. All right. That is the complete blueprint, the content strategy, the AI workflows, the sales funnel, and the conversion system. You have 2 paths, right? If you want to do this yourself, you're more than welcome. I have 100 plus videos describing exactly how you guys could do it for yourself, how you could build the systems, how you can market the systems, how you could almost double your revenue just using content. Or we have a call down below and a free training. If you want to watch a free training on how we've done $500,000 through AI and content creation with our one system, watch it down below, or book in a call with us to see if you want to use content, AI, and marketing in your business to get more leads, but work less to get those leads. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, you could check out this one right here, and I will talk to you in the next one. Take care.